and stronger. But just like me.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
And welcome. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you and to you and to you and to you. And to you, Happy New Year's to each and everyone that has it locked in via way. However you're listening to us, whatever outlet you're listening to us, could be www.dapowerhouseradio.com on our telephone lines at 667-930-9036. Listening to us via our YouTube channel, we ask you to go on over there and like, subscribe, and definitely so you can be notified. So go on over to our YouTube channel. We need those numbers to come up. So spread the word, share, tell a friend and a family member. Yeah. So we're asking you to do that. All right. And also Victorious 89.1 FM. Want to say big man, I don't know what's going on. Big shouts to them as well. To each and everyone, all our loyal listeners, want to say welcome into the new year. Want to say big shouts, Don, big shouts to Donna. Man, Queen is not feeling well tonight. The Queen of the Queens is not feeling well tonight. So we ask you to keep her in your prayers, and she will join us next week. All righty. So, myself. So you stuck with me and Darespecta today. You stuck with me and the big man himself, Darespecta, demanding his respect. All right. Yeah. So he's here with yours truly, Lady D, and we're gearing for a 1 hour show. We're gearing for a 1 hour reasoning. How about that? And if we go over, we try not to go over, but if we do go over, we're going over. Blessings to you, Donald Minot is on the air with us. So blessings to you and happy new year to you as well. Darespecta, what's up, my brother? Happy new year to you. Darespecta, I'm not hearing you.
That's because I put one of Queen action mute. Gotta represent Queen still, you know?
You're representing the Queen tonight.
Represent Queen, said Spirit.
Man,
manners and respect to the listeners. Dan Minor, big up yourself, large up yourself. Dana, welcome again. Don't be excited.
Yes. Blossom, big ups to you as well. All right.
Big up, Blossom.
Man, Darespecta sent me Darespecta. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. Darespecta sent us a new song. We want you all to hear it and to see if we should incorporate that.
Bust the New Year.
Bust the New Year with it. But I'm not. We're gonna tackle that within the program. I'm not seeing it at all. You have to. We have it in as something else. Yeah. So you all just keep it locked, and we're just gonna go right into our topics. Topics for blessings. Queen is on the line. She's being a spectator tonight. Blessings, but you can always call in if you're up to it. If you're or type it in because we don't want you to exalt yourself, woman. We don't want you to exalt yourself at all.
Pace yourself. Pace
Just
yourself.
pace yourself and them things that we're talking about. Just pace
Yeah.
yourself. All righty, and don't overdo it. Man, we're gonna we're gonna open the lines. So if anyone wants to call in and have a reasoning topic that they want to discuss, then most definitely we'll touch that as well. Got a call this week from man, and trust me, it's a long time, brother. And From Jamaica, and had one and two little concerns. So we're gonna want to keep him would like to keep him anonymous. If that's how we call it, anonymous. Yeah, because Jamaica sometimes want to run on them things that, freedom of speech. So so maybe coming in today with that reasoning, but he brought some stuff to my light, to my attention, and said, Lady D, I think it will be really, really great for your show. It's Bridget I've been knowing for some like mighty, some like 30, 40 years, you know, and he's in Jamaica now, and he saw some things going on there and he wanted to voice his opinion on it, but anonymously. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So anyway, topics for 2024, reason and topics for 2024 is we're going to talk a little bit about that 14-year-old girl in Jamaica. That was I know that a lot of us have seen it. Um with the big old woman in our pink dress and gray dresses and all of these dresses that really did this. We want to talk about that a little bit. Um Superman was in the mix. Let me tell you something. For the thing says Superman, they exist. Superman exists. All right. So we're gonna talk about him, the young man that flew. Trust me, a Superman, that lady call him. All right. We're gonna be touching just a tad bit of the Jeffrey Epstein. We'll get more into it next week when Queen come, and we're gonna be touching church. Are we playing secular versus gospel? Is secular gospel? Is gospel secular? Can they be mixed? Should they be mixed? Yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. And a little clip that I had saw, and I shared it with the Respecter and Queen. There's we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about the church business, Wagwan, what's going on with that. But something that I really, really want to touch is men, women, and the men that you all are bringing into your homes. Yeah, you know, and we're gonna touch that, and yeah, we're gonna get into those things, right? The respecter, respecter. Have a song here. I don't know if this is the one. The respecter. I'm praying that this is the one. That we gonna kick it off for reasoning
Yes,
Thursdays.
I.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're welcome. Come and join us every Thursday from 8 to 10 American time. You know, Jamaican time is never on time. But anyway, I reason we are reason with you. Yeah, yeah. I reason we are reason with you. Yeah, important topics. What's going on in this world today? Well, politics, yeah, yeah. I reason we are murder rate, crime and violence. I reason we are things that are personal. Reason we are mental situations. I reason we are You're welcome. Join us. Tell a friend and a friend and a family member. Come reason with we, Lady D. Come reason with we, Queenie. Come reason with we. That is Peter. Well, we. You know, say down and I left way. Down mine and they are with we. A reason we are reason. Every Thursday night. Yeah. If you got a topic you wanna share it, make sure send it to the Powerhouse Radio at Gmail. A reason we are reason. Every Thursday, reason we are reason. I want me say, reason we are reason. Say big up cool G. A reason we are reason. I
Yes,
well,
we're reasoning. You have to tell me if you vibes in with that. You have to
but,
tell me
but,
if you're right. If your vibes, that's gonna be our new opening and leaving out song right there. Reason we are reason
but,
each and
yes,
every
sir.
Thursdays. So I'm hoping that you're spreading the news that this is the Thursday night special reasoning where
Reason.
there's no topic that is off limits that we don't discuss here. We talk about, we reason about everything on this show right here. And we encourage our callers, our listeners to call in and vibes with us. And if you're viewing us on Facebook, Queen said, go on, Mr. Man. Queen said, go on, Mr.
Large up,
Man, that
Queen,
you're doing
large
it
up,
up. We should say, go on,
large
Mr.
up.
Man. So Queen is vibes in. The Queen is vibes in the new opening right there.
Energy, energy.
Energy. All right. Well, we're gonna our topics as we were stating. We're gonna talk about that 14-year-old in Jamaica. Big man, is only these young girls them have strength for. Man, Superman in the courthouse, and the mans that we have around our children. Okay. And secular versus gospel. We're gonna touch those. Where you wanna go? Where you wanna start first, the respecter?
Let's deal with a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, that's okay. We could go there. We can go with the 14-year-old girl along with the man that we're having in our homes. And really
Exactly, yeah.
around us, we can join those two together. All right.
Hmm.
And all
Hmm.
right, so let's dive into it. Now I know a lot of persons have already saw the videos that have been going around with the big woman them beating up the little 14-year-old girl, assaulting her, and saying that the cause of it is, they're saying, a soldier that the mother of the 14-year-old is dating, and one of those big woman, one of their daughter is dating the same soldier man. Somehow no man stay. Somehow no man
Hmm.
stay one have two and three and four somebody that is same inside of the same area, right? So
No,
no, all right. So we go
no.
see. We will go with your no, but these big women decided to damage up this little 14-year-old girl because of a relationship her mother is in. I'll let you take it first, the respecter. They have, let me say,
Well,
they have been arrested. I would love to see what's gonna come out of that because I don't think nothing's gonna come out of that. But give me your thought first on this whole situation.
let me just first say this.
Mhm.
There's no way in hell any one of my sister would walk by or standing by and see something like that going on and don't jump in and defend that little 14-year-old young lady.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that you and your sister them would have never stand by and watch that and jump in and defend her.
No way.
Too many people through this world, woman and man alike, I'll stand by and watch stuff like that go on. And it's wrong.
Yeah.
And it's very sad that so many men I walk around and I drive around and I get praises. I get praises. And them have a youth or two out there and them now do nothing for the youth them. They walk out of the child life before the child was even born. But yet, you see them I get praises from dominant here with the ball field, the clubs. Most people don't know to them are them type of people there. But them now no conscience in them. They now no remorse. You see stories like this, I don't feel bad about it. and have enough courage and decency to go to that mother or for them child and apologize and try to be in that child's life, making a difference in that child's life. So that not happen to your daughter, and so on and so forth. It's painfully sad. And government need to step in and find these so-called deadbeat fathers and set them straight. And them run free. And I mess up another man's daughter, another man's sister. And the woman I take chances and believe to the man them like them and love them and want them and give them a chance. Baby expect it. And then God. Change that to come, man.
Change.
And then woman they get locked up. Yeah. All them women they take part in it, them to get the lock up.
All of them that took part in it needs to do well. They have been arrested, and I guess another individual turned herself in, but it also brings you to the mental capacity of these individuals that they would even think to beat up, damage up a little 14-year-old girl. And it's not even like say I feed them and them a fight fighter. It's her daughters who wasn't even there. And I heard one of them, there was a statement that one said it's long time they've been trying to hold the mother. So because you can't hold the mother, you go for the child? Come on.
Dumb.
Because you cannot hold the mother, you go and damage the child. Queen says throw away the key. Don minus
throw away the key.
Don says 6 women have been arrested. 6 of them have been arrested. And I'm hoping that they don't just let them out just so simply. This is a 14-year-old that have withstand, of severe beating, concussion. At one point, didn't remember. I mean, where do these people come from? What is going on in Jamaica? What is going on in the world that we are standing by and watching these things happening and not doing anything about it? You just like you said, Darespecta, you're gonna tell me that there was nobody, no adult. At one point, I saw one guy came and kind of stand over the little girl, as it looked like in a protective manner, from the video. But I mean, there was nobody else previously before that could have stand up and assist this little 14-year-old girl.
But Lady D, even that, out of the 6 of them, one couldn't have some common sense. I said, no, stop,
It's an atrocity. I mean, like, I'm praying that they really, it's on video, so there's no alleged beating, nothing like that. This is, so I'm hoping that they throw the book at them. But we have to wonder about Jamaica and their laws and what is really gonna take place. We could have heard that.
And make sure.
Yeah,
sorry.
No,
go ahead. Need to step in and make sure them spend every dime them have that young lady.
Medically, they need to make them be responsible for that medical bill. I'm trying to click Queen. Oh Jesus, what did I do? Darespecta, I think I cut off Darespecta. Queen?
Yes.
Yeah, I see you calling in. I think I cut off Darespecta by mistake. I guess he'll call back. He'll call back in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So obviously I see that you call we're real. You up already. You're calling in.
You did. I'm trying to rest, but the topic them too interesting. I mean, I could not call in. I mean, we live, right?
Yeah, we are live. We're definitely
okay
live.
Lady, let me tell you something. That's what we talk about, people being zombies. Okay, we talk about folks nowadays being zombies. it's like they are just moving, and not caring how they are moving, just moving. Now, I watched that clip, and from what that individual who was talking about the situation was saying, he said, no one, instead of them, someone come and help. They're pushing the other people them on. I mean, come on now. You see this with young people when they're fighting, but not adult grown folks doing this type of thing. Man, that was so irritating to me and so upsetting to me. And if it was, let me tell you something, the one of them to lock up and throw away the key.
Lock up and throw away the key. Blossom says,
And throw away the
throw away
key.
the keys. Blossom says, do they look like they have any money? When I guess that's a response in regards to when I said that they need to pay the medical bills. The number's right here to call in, and the line, we're going to open up the line so we can hear your thoughts on that. 706-955-2001. If you would like to call in and voice on this particular topic, 706-955-2001 is the number. The Respecter cut you off by mistake. Don't know what I did, but or was it me? Yeah. So when you say they don't have no money, Blossom, and you say they don't have the money, that's not our concern. If they have money or not money, they should have thought of that before. They should have thought about that before they went and assaulted this child. They should have thought of that. All right, caller.
Just think when somebody hits you, lady, how painful it is. Can you imagine them grown folks that beat that
Beat
child?
and a kick her and beat her and kick her, and they have a spatula. It's like a spatula or something she have in their hand, beating this little girl, 14 years of age. So you can't. I mean, you don't have strength for the mother. You're talking about long time. You want to
That's
catch
what
the
I'm
mother.
saying.
The
Don't
mother must
get to
have been
something
there
where
for a
she
long.
don't have nothing to do with.
Yeah.
Can talk about them wife, catch this, you catch cock or whatever, bull.
Yeah. Man,
Bull.
I'm telling you, it made
That's where the
me
key.
so angry. Okay, Don Minor says, Lady D, the story is in today's Jamaica Observer. Blossom says, it looks like a girl standing over her, not a man. Okay, a young girl, it appears that stand over her, not a man. But I mean, the atrocity. I mean, what kind of people are these adults? These supposed to be adults now, All right. What and we're not talking about no young picnic, no young adults. Look at these are some big women, look like they're in their 40s and their 50s. You understand what I'm saying? That
wicked.
The Respecter you
Lady,
yes, go ahead.
life no fear because this is a situation where it would have been perfect for you and your sister them, my sister them, I walk upon a situation like that.
Yeah.
Trust me, them 6 months that get beat down badly.
Listen. It's a different it's a different thing. I mean, what I'm wondering, where are they supposed to be some type of are they involved in supposed do bad man? But the person that they're fighting over was supposed to be a soldier.
No care nothing about them.
Don't care nothing about them because they have two of them in one place.
And like lady said, man needs to do better. Come on now. You know what I mean? Them to do better, These men need to do better. You have sisters, you have mothers, you have children, girl child, you have girl children, and doing all of these things. Don't you think about what someone else can do to your child or your sister or your brother. Remember, them say what goes around comes around. So be mindful of what y'all are doing. Okay? All right.
But we be honest with you. Yeah, man needs to be more decent and respectful and all those good things. But a woman, I mean, these things don't really happen to women. It happen to girl. 'Cause a woman is not gonna listen to a man who them know say ain't right and put themselves in that position. So there's a difference. Blame the man. Cause the man them who do these things that only girl them can get away with. Them can't get away with them type of behavior there with a woman.
True. In some, but some women are now naive. Some women are so naive
and then
that
again, I may
then get
even,
caught up and do it and then not realize till it too late.
and then I may beg to differ. But Don says the woman ages are 52, 36, 22,
Mhm.
teenage girls 15, 16, 17, and a boy
Mm.
age 17. Those were the
Whew.
individuals that were arrested for this heinous crime that
All,
they
all man. Can you
all
imagine?
over a penis.
Mm, mm,
They got ready to
mm,
take this little girl life over what? Some big old
mm,
custard
mm,
woman, 52 years of it.
mm,
What is she doing? She
mm,
should have been
mm,
the one to say no. She should have been the one to say stop. You
mm.
understand what
Well,
I'm
like
saying?
Queen said,
Latoya says, I saw the video, couldn't watch it to the end. It was so disturbing. They should go to jail. They should. All of them
Mhm.
should be in jail. I mean, they should not even give them bail. They should let them feel it a little bit in that prison and let them sit down and think of what they just did over some man penis. We are sharing penis with 2, 3, 4 girls. Maybe them 2 women, there's not even the only 2.
Mm.
And you should have taken this out on the mother, like you said. You only have strength for
Yes.
6 people have strength for just a 14-year-old little girl, and the girl is so little. You know what I'm saying? It hurt my heart when I saw it. I said, "This girl is look at this
Me
little
too.
something," and she said, "Wait." You know, she's
Mm,
begging, like what is going on? And she
mm,
even turned,
mm,
and it's reported that her mom said, she said, "Mom, I just don't want to die." Imagine that other young lady that they had beaten, left her in coma. I
mm,
forget that
mhm,
young girl name that they beat
mm,
her and she ended up in a coma for
yeah.
years. This girl's been never came back full 100.
Mhm, mhm.
but you know what
I
else
remember
too?
that.
The person, the person who took the video, that person should get their ass locked up too.
Listen, all of them out there, all of them that stood there, and
Standing watching.
I'm so sick of this. You know, social media is good
But
in
you know,
some ways and social media is not, because we use social media as well to carry news and to do our programming and stuff like that. But
yeah, is
there's
how you use social media. A lot of these people now, they're just looking for the views and looking for whatever they can do to get those views and get
and you know,
those
I can't
those.
even say social media because they basically just videoed it. I guess they
Is the
videoed it
people?
and sent it
Mm,
out. I'm not sure if it was a live thing that they have on
mm.
live, but if it was something that was live, these social media platforms need to, just like they have an algorithm that can tell when you play a music, copyright a music, they should be able to see
Ah,
violent contents and block those violent
and
contents.
block it. True. Put it out. Let's put it. We're putting it out there. Social
Yes,
media. You
yeah.
need to start blocking some of these content that are violent.
Yeah, when they see that, they come up and they see what they're talking, and is some form of aggression there, you know, they need to definitely block it, block it.
Mm.
And then again, that's the evidence. The video was the evidence that can be used against these wicked
Yeah,
people.
that too.
Because I'm trying to
That
be,
too.
and my words are really just trying to be very nice here with the words that I'm
Well,
trying
you
to
see,
choose to
the
describe.
social media is good in a lot of ways. It's good, like you said, as evidence, to use as evidence. And now that's why so many things are now in the forefront, because people are videoing these things and we're seeing it, actually seeing it. It's not that it never used to happen before, but you never used to see it because we didn't have social media like we do now. So now we have the social media platform. It is a good thing because it's more transparent. You see more transparency through it than you used to years ago. So in some way it's good, but they do need to put some type of restrictions in terms of violent shows, just like you said they do with the music.
Blossom says, but if they're blocked, if they block it, how we going to see what's going on out there?
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Don Minot says
It's
it was reported.
transparency. Yeah.
Don Minot says it was reported that the soldier tried to reach out to the mother of the 14-year-old, but has refused to accept his call. I would accept his call, neither. I will never. I would not accept him calling my telephone after he was one. After he's the root cause of the whole thing. You pick up some illiterate women, you know, some illiterate, just oh my god, I'm trying to find all the best words that I can find.
Dirty gal. Dirty gal.
I don't want to curse. You understand?
I can say I'm not on the radio tonight, so I can say dirty gal.
I mean, some.
Yes.
How could they?
Oh man.
Do I
You
mean,
know, you're making me feel strong already.
I mean, he's the cause. He's the cause, Don. I will never answer him. And as a matter of fact, I'm hoping that with she not answering his phone call, I hope she don't him don't come with the sweet talking and then she go change her mind, because this is what put your daughter in the hospital, because he doesn't know how to be with one person. He doesn't want to be called a one burner. So therefore, he goes and he get 50 all these women. I know they're fighting over him. If you're gonna have them, you need to let them understand their position. You need to let them understand their position.
They're just like the one that killed the woman and her baby. Can you imagine all these craziness going on out there? My God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is crazy. Hey. Yes. Donna, I hear you back there. How you doing? Happy New Year to you.
Same to you and each and every one. Happy New Year. And so this is what I have to say about that.
Yes.
Because remember, I kept saying that something happened to my daughter, because that's not my daughter, right? And I believe it's something similar that they did to my daughter. However, what is out there, maybe what they're saying and what the truth is something totally different.
Listen, this has nothing to do with aliens and dogs and ghosts and nothing. No, this is some
we're not
wicked.
Talking about aliens and ghosts.
This is
something
wicked.
Happened to my daughter wherein I believe that she was jumped.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And they might have hit her eye out because someone's blind. And I don't, it's a whole long story in regards to that. Yeah. And I was hospitalized because I mysteriously became ill.
Okay.
But apparently, when you say the soldier thing, because that's one of their techniques. It's a military technique wherein that they can make you through inhalation of gas or their electricity.
They didn't have none of that. There's a soldier man going around sexing women, getting these little
Yes.
girl talking these sweet talking these women ears,
Yes.
and this has been going on since Wappy
I,
Kill Philip.
I
The majority.
understand. So listen to my point. What I'm trying to make before
Go ahead.
you say something. So listen, it's just that I know how certain people are. They did something, and these are older people to my daughter in the same way. So when you say they should be arrested and they should throw away the key, I totally agree with that, because they're hiding it from me. It had nothing to do with us. They don't. They will use like the soldier man or whosoever as an excuse. It has nothing to do with any of those things. It's just a legacy related matter. But I know with the girl in Jamaica, it was because of the soldier who had multiple partners, and
Exactly.
they thought that they should jump a little girl. Well, my situation is a little bit different, but they will make it appear as if it's because of a man that they don't even want.
The soldiers, and that's a issue that we need to address with these men. With a lot of the men that is around, that's a topic that needs to be addressed.
And they're so evil because they're transgenders. They are not real females.
Okay.
So that's why they're so evil towards children.
Let me say this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's men being with multiple women,
right?
And I'm not and I'm not going around the bush in this. Okay. There are men that date multiple women. All right. Blossom says she lost me on that. Okay. There are men that's going around with multiple women, and it's from Wappy Kill Philip. Some of us adult parents, fathers have 2 and 3 baby mothers. So it's something that is going on for a long time. And they put and it ends up where women and 2 women is fighting over 3 women is fighting over this one individual. Okay. And men need to be held accountable for what is going on. Okay, men need to start to be held accountable for what is going on. This women against woman thing, and us sisters need to come together and stop fighting one another.
Over man.
Go ahead, Darespecta.
Can I represent the man?
Go ahead, represent the man, Darespecta.
Let me represent the man in this sense.
Yes.
The man knows that he already size up the female that he's going after. And look for low self-esteem women who are afraid to say no. They like to hear the comments and the big ups and everything that most women like to hear. You don't have the strength and the knowledge and the wisdom to recognize a man who will come your way. And you already train yourself before you leave the yard. But they have a man or not. You're supposed to know because you listen to somebody or you study to say no and let you know but no. On the woman's side, the main woman that the man have, find out that the man have another woman. Know the woman's family. All kind of things can happen. That woman that's at home doing what she's supposed to do. I raise the youth, them I take care of home, and I take all the abuse of the man. She, at some point, has a want to rebel because she's hurt. She knows that this man there over Susie yard, and Susie walk the street happy. She has sleep happy, and she has missed sleep. At some point, she will think of something, say, oh, Susie have a daughter, Susie have a son. We can't get to Susie, but we can't get to the daughter, we can't get to the son. How can a thing can happen? Yes, the man.
The man ain't crazy.
The man, them a dirty man. Them a dirty man, them a drunk if you have a woman at home. Especially a good woman. And still go solicit. Lie to a female. Me not married. Me not know other woman. I just you. And them are 3, 4 other around the corner. So yes, man in general. Me not put me hand down in that boat there. But man in general, them dirty, wicked,
There is
evil.
something with these Jamaican men too. I was watching D Mongo the other
Some of
day,
them.
and she
Wait.
summed it up. She said, "What is it with these Jamaican men? Why they have to have 10 baby mother?"
And I don't want to, and I don't
Right?
want to, I don't, wait a minute. I don't
I
even
hate
want
to say
Queen.
it.
I don't want to even culturalize this thing or island
Well, we
wise
need
this
to
thing
we need to
because it's
standard.
not
Yes,
just wait a minute,
it's
wait.
prevalent
It's not
everywhere,
about
but
Jamaican man
some place
alone.
more than some.
It's not about Jamaican man alone. Okay,
Man
this
in
is
general.
man in general. So whatever her
Mhm.
statement is pointing at one at it's being discriminatory.
Yes.
It's being discriminatory
Well,
just saying why Jamaican man. No, she need to say why men. Because it's not just Jamaican. You have white man that does it, Chinese man that does it, African that does it, Indian man. All of them do it. As if
true.
and make and feeling that it is right and setting up women to fight against each other. And women
It's true,
need to
but
stop.
some more than some, mommy. Some culture more so than some. For some reason, I don't know what it is. If it's the mandingo in them or what the heck it
Blossom
is.
says,
But
Blossom
It's
says that
across
it's
the
not
board.
just Jamaican man, it's all men. That's exactly what I just said, Blossom. It's not just
yeah,
Jamaican, it's all men.
I was just speaking on what that individual said,
Yes.
and I understood why she said it because I've been watching her for a couple of months now. She just visiting Jamaica, and everywhere appear, hey, why? I mean,
Anywhere that you go, anywhere that you go. I went to Panama, and those men are nasty is not even the word for the way that the way that them carry on for women. You understand? So I don't know, can a man, you as a man being on the program, Darespecta, why is it that man feel like they cannot satisfy with one woman? The majority, I'm not going to say all, but the majority, is this a conquering? My question would be, is this a conquering thing? I mean,
I think it is.
You always hear this thing, one feel different than the next one. I mean, like, what is it?
Yeah.
Do man just don't know
Ladies,
what they
you remember
want?
when they had the matey thing? You remember when they had the matey something,
Wait
right?
a minute. I'm
Where
asking
they
the
used to
respecter.
wear the bubble
Wait a minute, Queen.
in them here.
Queen, wait a minute. I'm asking the respecter this question.
Oh.
Okay. I need, give us some type of insight on the mentality of men.
It's a game thing that with most man. Most man is a game thing. I remember when I was around 27 years old, I just moved to Florida, went to a nightclub with my friend, and there was a female on the floor dancing, and every man I told her, she found them out, and he bet me. So I bet you can't go dance with her, talk to her. So I bet him. I'm going to go and whisper in her ears to my friend, just bet me so I can't get a dance with you. Let me look good. And she started dancing.
Okay.
So it's an ego thing with most situation where most men are challenging the next man, and the woman them fall for it. Some of the women them fall for it. And it's wrong.
So is it that men really cannot be satisfied with one woman? Is there any other?
And society does this too, Society, it's like they build them up. It's the same way how they say man superior to woman, and certain things man can do, woman can do, and it's just so much things behind that, why they're able to do it, to get away with it. And now they're using about 5 women to 1 man or 10 women to 1 man and all them craziness to them at you.
The respecter.
It's easy for a woman. It's easy for a woman to say no. A woman can say no. And let her know be no. Plain and simple. A woman can shut a man down quickly. All
I
right?
know I do a couple.
Yeah, a woman can shut a man down quickly. What do you mean you want me? You're not married. You don't have a family. No?
So
All
so
right,
now
show me
so
proof
now
you don't
you
have a family.
so now you are throw it back in at the woman court.
But
Yeah.
I show you some a
That's what
woman
them
can
do.
So
say
it
no.
come back to what a woman wants and
But
what a
Mm-hmm.
woman,
let's be
the
honest. Let's
boundaries
be
that a
honest.
woman
It's
make.
balanced. Let's be honest. It's balanced.
Hmm.
A man cannot go sleep with a woman and say to a woman, the woman say no. Unless him go rape her.
Correct.
It's a balanced thing. A woman them need to say no and let them know be no.
But
And stop
sometimes,
believe the man
But
them
but
ask.
Spectre,
sometimes
listen
the
to this.
respecter they have been told, I don't have nobody. They move like they have no one. You and
Right.
them is up and down all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what is going on. And then all of a
I
sudden,
know this
all
young
you
lady that
invest,
dated this guy for 6 months.
you invest a year, you invest X amount of months with this person and you fall in
Mm-hmm.
love. And
Yeah.
you made this relation, you made a solid relation. You feel like you're in a solid relationship with a person, with a man. So you're going to, what do you want a woman to do? Don says in this Western civilization, women are seen as sexual objects. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's just simply no love anymore.
And that's why I
Mm-mm.
said earlier that if a
Them
woman
zombie, I
get
said,
put in a
Mr. Them a
position, a
zombie.
woman get put in a position, and the woman look on the man and say, okay, you're not seeing nobody, you're not married. Okay, okay, we can have dinner tomorrow. I'll come to your house. Instantly, she should know by that response from that man if he feels that he not nobody not live with him.
But not necessarily might not be living with that person. I knew this young lady
But
for
still
six
trust
months.
him.
She dated this guy and didn't know that this guy had a family. He wasn't living with the woman and her child, but he
Don't
had
just take the
one.
man at his word. Don't just take the man at his word. Test him. Test him and see how he be when he responds.
Listen, you have, it's just like you have some download, man. Some of these man
Yes.
Ah,
are creative
yeah, lie
in
and
what they
true.
do.
Mhm.
I know someone whom you would have never thought that they did not have, you would have thought they did not have someone, because they brought them to the house, they hung out with them in the
Mhm.
house, they called them how many whatever hours of night, they were able to
Mhm.
call, they were able to do all these things and never knew, wouldn't even have an inkling. They were around family members
Mhm.
was interacting as if there was nothing, as if there was a whole family didn't exist,
Mhm.
and you
But
don't find
lady,
out until that
Mhm.
person call your telephone and says, hey, you know you're messing with my husband. Look at some of them brides that, look at some of those people, those women that's getting ready to marry men, and all of a sudden somebody, these
Sure.
this person show up and say, that's my husband. That's my
lady,
boyfriend. Some of them good, some
lady.
of them good, Papa. Yes,
This
go on.
happened. This happened to man and woman. You can have your husband and walk through the house on the phone. Yes, mom. Oh, mom. And I'm side piece
Mhm.
myself too. Yes, dad. And I'm side piece myself too. And you never know unless you get suspicious. And why mother call him so often? Why father call him so often? Every time. And he walk away outside. Or she walk away outside.
Listen, you all are in tune to Reasoning Thursdays each and every Thursdays, right here on the Powerhouse Radio with yours truly, Lady D, the Respecter Queen, each and every Thursday. So spread the word, tell a friend and a friend if you received a link, then please do share the link and invite a friend and a friend. Go over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, get notified, when we are on live. We were here speaking in regards to the 14-year-old in Jamaica that was badly beaten by some couple of six
Mob.
individuals,
A
a
mob.
mob,
Mm.
6 individuals,
As
ended up
women.
in the hospital,
Mob as women.
which that also brings us straight into having men that and look like we were even kind of conversing on that a little bit, reasoning on that a little bit just a minute ago, when the men that you're dating around your children. There was there's a story out. I sent it to you all in regards to the man that was dating this woman. She brought this guy around her children, okay, and this guy ended up bringing the little girl to a hotel. Said that they were going somewhere else, and ended up bringing this little girl to a hotel and drugging her, giving her things to drink, and having his way with her um, at that location. He has been now arrested. But these some of these men too are just living move you just some persons just meet these men and move them in and they're living with them and not knowing what type of person these men
Mm.
really are.
So, lady,
So we need to
no
be
one,
careful with
no one at the hotel saw this man with this little girl.
the little girl. It once again comes back to I
But then
don't
again,
see.
they might have thought he's our father. Who knows?
Regardless,
Huh.
Nowadays, people
Latoya,
not nothing. They don't ask questions like that anymore.
Latoya says I
Maybe years
asked.
ago.
Latoya says I asked the male friend why man cheat, and they said that it's mostly down to lust. Also, it's a cultural thing, as he said that as a
Hmm.
child, it has always been reinforced in his head that a man should have a lot of females along with many baby mothers, and as a
That's
result
what me
of
just
growing
said.
in such an environment, one becomes almost groomed to become promiscuous.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, that's why you might say why I say Jamaican, because it is so embedded in the Jamaican culture, not just the Jamaican culture, but I can speak on that because I am from there and I know and I have seen what I've seen. Okay. I know every man, it can happen and every man can do that, but there are some cultures where it's more prevalent. You find it more often than you do in other countries. Yes, America, it might be a little different because nowadays you have the police and you have this and people care. Down there in Jamaica, there is nobody there to really say, stand up for you unless they know you. It's who you know in Jamaica. Because I'm thinking about it. All these people, what happened to the family members? Where are they? Where were they? Is they're the only two that's living in that district?
Queen,
I mean, yes, sir.
What was you saying,
Queen, my
Respecta?
darling, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
let me
want to
tell
let
you
you
Go
know
something.
that
ahead,
Really
Rest.
and truly,
I want.
I'm really not. But I just had to get into this. This is just
Go
it's
ahead.
so sad.
What were you saying, Respecta?
I want you to understand that the Italian man, Jamaican can come nowhere close to the Italian man. French,
So
only,
now
only,
go ahead.
only man that we probably know for a fact that doesn't have that kind of mindset is because of how their laws are the Arabians.
Yeah, me know they would chop
As
off
people,
them
as
head.
people in
That's what
Saudi
they need to
Arabia.
start doing. Yeah. Mhm.
But
So
Jamaican
now
don't come nowhere
it's
close to
a
the
What you
Italians
say? And
and the French.
so
what you
we've
say?
come
Respect to started.
so we've come down that it's a cultural thing, and it's something that is embedded into men from they are children, that they must have 50,000 women,
Thanks to Solomon.
and 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 they must
Thank
have their no control over the
Then
50,000 women that
consider
they choose to
Pupa
have.
do it and then continue the trend. Hey.
They don't do Solomon.
Yeah, I'm Jamaican, man. Shit. We not care.
Jamaicans, yeah, a lot of Jamaican men do that. And it's not only that, but
Don't you start with Jamaican man do that. Come on.
no, it's a fact. But what I'm saying, because I like, because when I speak, sometimes they might not understand me clearly. And like Blossom says, I lost her in that one. What I was trying to say was that there's something with these older women fighting over men, because I just use what my situation as an example.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's something wherein that I don't know if it's something in the air, or I don't know what to say that it is, why people got so violent. But you have some grown women that feel that it's okay to beat up a little child, and in this situation, it's because of a man. And that's something, yeah, we know Jamaican men, whosoever, they have multiple women. And some of them like when women fight over them. Some of them are the ones who, yeah, some of them are the ones who initiates it. So that's why
I
you
told
feel
you
when
about
they
the
say,
making.
yeah,
There was a
so
thing called the
well,
making
you know what?
system.
It comes
Hey.
back. It comes back to women. It obviously, I guess it come back to women, where women have to either what, get in their heads that their man is going to cheat, and understand that that's one of the things that's going to
when they,
happen, and don't turn on your fellow sister, and don't turn on your fellow sister. Latoya says, but even Arabs are taught to have multiple wives, as it is a sign of power
right, that's,
as a man. Yeah, all of them. If you look in Africa, Africans can
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
can
was just
can
gonna
can
tell you
get
about
married
that.
to several
Because it's
women.
them.
So
They
Mm-hmm.
have,
I guess what we are being told in a man-dominated world is that we as women must understand that men have several women, and we as women need to start
Majority.
conducting ourselves properly and not fight over these men, because they're not worth it, because they don't
and
value us. So why should we value them? Is that going to be the learning lesson from
Okay.
tonight,
Let
that
me
we are
let me
to?
tell you something. Sunday I was talking to an African woman, okay? And we were talking about relationship and what have you. Well, it really came down to women catering to a man. And like she said in Africa, you marry, right? You have a husband. The husband can go out and have affair and what have you. You, the woman, know that you are the wife and you're home and he has to come back home. She said, you still put the food on the table, you still cook the food, you still do this, you
Yes,
still do.
yes.
That's what she's telling me. I'm going to see if I can get her on one of these topics that we have pertaining to relationship. I'm going to see if I can get her on so she can tell you about the African culture and how it is over there. Okay?
Queen,
You have to
Queen, I
feed
don't
them.
need no
You
one.
have to
I don't
do
need no
all
one
of that.
to. I don't need no one to come with African culture to tell me. It's all around the world. Jamaican too. The woman them used to get up, cook, leave the man food on the stove.
Mhm,
The man them have woman out
mhm.
the road. I mean, is it just
But she's
something?
saying
Is it come?
that's what is expected
Is
of
yeah?
you.
Is it?
That's what she's saying, and that is a cultural thing where
Is
is what you have to do.
is it
And we even
coming to the
asked her, what
point?
about him, coming in with something? She said you have to deal with that. But that's part of the culture.
What I'm saying is it coming? So of we women of 2023, is this what they're saying to us? Before I even make my statement back again, Blossom says, but when the woman do the same thing, we call whore. Exactly. If a
Yeah.
woman was to have three
That's
and
what
four
I'm
men,
telling say
they're
man can't
called
do a
out of
man
their
do.
names. They come with that slang. A woman can't do what a man do and still be a
What a
lady.
man
Well, I don't
do.
want to be a lady. But
Well, let me.
I'm just before you interject, the respecter. does it mean that women of 2023 must understand that they have to share? Is that what we're saying? So therefore, all of this atrocities, such as these women jumping a 14-year-old girl, will stop from its an understanding that is that something that us women need to start putting in our minds? That
That's what she's saying. She says because we are European, that's why we think the way we think. But over there, it is expected, and that's what happens.
okay, after this comment from Don Mine, then the respect, I'm sorry, you'll be able to go ahead. Don Mine, it says the Christian Bible have made mention of men having a wife and concubines. You see, so it's from Wapi Kilifili.
That's true. Hey.
Go ahead, the
Right, that's
respecter.
what it is. It's from. That's what I wanted to bring into play. I said it's from. The
wait
topic
before
were
you
having.
go, Donna. The respecter
Okay.
been waiting patient. Go ahead, the respecter.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, what Don said is true, and it started with King Solomon. But I heard Queen say she spoke to an African son.
Yeah.
Sunday I also was privileged to speak to a Jamaican man.
Okay.
Late Sunday night. And I woke up with that man Monday morning, New Year's Day. And that man was telling me, don't be nobody's fool. Live a decent life. Respect people. Trust God. Wait on God. Rely upon God. Because of all the dirtiness that I know about in life. And I left it in 2023. And I came into 2024. The man is me. I came into 2024 respecting myself, loving myself, preparing myself for the next chapter of Jehovah God wants me to spend the rest of my life. I am not going to worry about Tom, Dick, and Jane who are do the dirtiness, the disrespectfulness, and all those things no more. That's to them sin. I am not going to carry nobody's sin and no reasoning, but from this reasoning, I'm leaving those type of behavior alone. A man do, I am not even going to discuss it because it's disgusting and it hurts. It really does. You know that somebody's being hurt. Some good woman is at home being hurt. Some good man is at home being hurt. The little ones, the kids, are seeing it and hearing it. You know, so I'm going to stick to what I went to bed with Sunday night and what I woke up with Monday morning. So I can be stronger, remain different.
Okay.
And
the Blossom says,
I
mine
understand
how
what you're saying.
My Blossom says, mine how you say wake up with him.
Yeah, what you saying the mom? I think we came to, but I didn't voice it. Respect her.
That is funny. That is funny. Leave it to Blossom.
I was wondering too.
Yes, man.
Only
yeah.
Blossom. Only Blossom.
Only Blossom.
Only she.
So
but
basically,
you
with
see,
Don's statement,
go on, lady.
basically with Don's statement of the Bible says, have mentioned that he has his wife and his concubines. So is it to say that this is the way that it's supposed to be? That the thought, maybe European or not, thinking that a man is supposed to have you as your wife and not be with anyone else, be faithful. And are we saying that we're supposed to accept these men having other women? Because if Don presented it and says it's in the Bible, wife and his concubines. So is that something that we're supposed to adapt to? Blossom says, face blue smiling. All right.
How thing is, you can't adjust to that, lady. How are you going to adjust to something like that? We have the mind of Europeans. We don't have that kind of mind as them of other culture that might accept that. Even just like the women who man married 10 wives and what have you in certain countries. I mean, we won't accept it because this guy asked me one time, he said he want me to be his fifth wife. And I told him, not under my watch.
Yeah,
No,
but
no.
You're saying because of European, you have an European thought. These other women that are fighting, not just in Jamaica, but in other countries as well, those countries are considered third world countries. So it's not really European mindset.
Yeah,
It's a
but we're
form
still
of jealous.
brainwashed, they
You
said.
are jealous. You don't what you want for yourself. You don't want to share it.
Well,
So yeah,
no woman want to share
a
their
woman.
man.
Yes, so a woman as well as a man. A man don't want to
some
share.
don't. It doesn't matter with some from there being taken care of, and that's what I like about certain countries in Africa and even the Arab state, like the Respecter said, because you have to have money, can take care of all
Queen, you
those
could have given me
wives equally,
50,000.
or
Queen, you
you
could have
know.
given me $50,000. That's why I don't in this polygamy business neither, because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be in no house with no man taking turns, laying in my bed and here and next person going out for me body. You must be mad.
But some women accept it. Some women accept it
What
and
it goes
embrace
back
it.
to, we remember we were talking about the 10 Commandments with the Ark of the Covenant. That's what it is, because the thing is that they broke what was the 10 Commandments? Thou shalt not commit adultery. And on their Exodus, those people who you mentioned, on their Exodus, they broke that 10 Commandments. So they broke the laws of God. Okay, so it's pretty much them. This is their culture. This is their way. This is why there's so much strip clubs and so many different things, because it's the old with the new. And this is why we always knew men to be having multiple relationships. But the thing is that it's now more than ever. So this is just what I was saying. That's just my whole point. It's based on the topics that we were just having at the ending of 2023 in regards to the 10 Commandments, right? So that's what it is.
But
you
think it's more? You think it's more now than then? You think so?
What?
I don't think so. I think it's just because we have media now. We have social media now. That's why
all the young little guys are. This is something from there in school. They're thinking about pimping and all sorts of different things. This is what they brought about. This is them on their journey. This is this is time traveling. It was never so common before. Okay, so this is just what it is. It's them. These are the people who broke the laws of God, and this is them who's bringing forth these type of things wherein that men have so many different women and all sorts of stuff, and most of them are not even real women. That's just the whole point.
Blossoms.
And you making those babies in a lab. That's not no baby mother. Come on. Not
Blossom
all of them.
says then they lucky they can have their cake and eat it too. Not with Blossom. Don Biden says Abraham's wife Sarah, first wife Sarah died. Then he took two other wives, Keturah and Hagar. I understand. So I'm just trying to figure out, Don, are we saying what is this conversation leading up to? Men have a right to have several wives? Is that what we're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that it's
the
out
Bible.
there and you have to just investigate.
No, because
when you go out there, you just investigate it. That's not what you want.
Why I need to ask, because we started out making saying things that how we feel in regards to it, but then Don brings in here the Bible. You understand? And the Bible starts from wife and concubine, and no, we're going with names. We're going with names to Abraham. His wife was Sarah, and she died, and then Sarah died and he brought in 2 other wives. So is this something that should be that should be of the norm? Men should have several different wives or women. Are we women
No.
supposed to accept this
Not for
and not be
me.
fighting
Not for
over
me.
these men?
No, that's
No.
not what
Tatat
it is.
says, Tonya, bless up Tonya,
Mhm.
let's gripe says, if so, they all
That's
should
why
be
I'm by
treated the
myself.
same.
No.
Mhm.
Tonya
That's why.
says, if so, they all should be treated the same. So if you have several wives, they all should be treated the same.
Should be treated.
And,
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
should these men,
But that's not
so
even.
does it also
Mm.
bring forth, can we also say it bring forth where the man need to be honest and from
That's
the
it.
beginning of
That's
a
That's it.
relationship,
That's
let a
it.
person
And it's
know
up to you
that
to
listen,
accept it
and
or
let this
not.
woman
Yes.
make this
Yes.
decision if she wants to
no,
be in this
no, no,
relationship
no, no.
or not.
No.
You see, we're finding out that women will accept it. So you find the women that will
Okay,
accept
the
what you're
respect
doing.
the respect is saying, nah. What you knowing about?
No,
The
No.
respect. What you
That's
knowing
why.
about?
That's why I question the book so much,
Uh-huh.
and I pick sense of the nonsense so much. I am not gonna give credit to Jehovah God. Say him allow all these things that we read about in the book, and I believe all those dirty, disrespectful behavior to women, and it's getting more and more under my skin. Especially when I see preachers preaching about women are supposed to preach and women are supposed to. I mean, now I believe them foolishness that come from Jehovah God. That a man who manipulate the book and make it seem like the man must dominate woman. One man have 1,000 women. That's why some man turn body man in the Bible days. Well, no, because this man have all them different women, and the man him watch I live good and right can't find one.
Yes, that's
Okay, we have
yes,
that. We
exactly.
have that minded call it. We have that minded on the line, and we have another caller, and we have another caller as well.
Trust me,
Okay,
I
caller,
tell you,
could you wait a
we
minute?
can't.
Caller, turn down your radio in the background, please. Caller, please turn down your radio in the background. Okay.
Yes, it's
All
her
right,
now.
let's go with Don Minot. Go ahead.
Good evening, panel. Good evening
Good
to everyone.
evening.
Listen,
Yes.
Good evening. Happy New Year's.
yeah, we hope to get better soon.
You breaking up, Don. Don Minot,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why we're bent out of shape over the more than one wife is because we were conditioned in Western civilization to accept that that's the way it is, one man to a woman. But there are many cultures. You people are well read. You should know that. There are many cultures in other parts of the world where it's acceptable. It's the norm.
It's accepted. That's what I said. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm not saying in other cultures that is not accepted, because we've definitely stated that, and we use examples. We even use Africa as an example, with them having
not only in Africa, other countries too.
Lots of other countries, Arab. You have lots of other countries that does it. But are we saying that? Are we saying that it is something that women, because even though these are things that are being practiced in other cultures and in other parts of the world, it still doesn't release the jealousness and the hurt that a woman feels, to feel that they are not being the one to satisfy their husband or their wives.
Women.
Some women, it feels as if it's okay. You want to use the word some women, but is it fair for men to be able to have so many women, and this woman must sit and wait her turn, or not be treated absolutely full 100?
Because let me answer that.
Go ahead.
Can I answer? Because the inspector gave you the answer a few minutes ago. It all derives from this patriarchal system where the man is supposed to be the dominant force. That, and it goes back to religion. All of them goes back to religion. When you chase the root cause, it's religion. that does that. Gives the man the power. It's religion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
yeah, it should have never been in the book. And some things in the book is because man put it in the book for their own benefit. And the thing about it is, you think about it, I don't see someone so joyful and happy if we have teach and preach on Solomon and all the ones that have the Bible who manipulate woman. And to this day, man still preach about woman.
The thing.
Okay.
All right.
Can I say something?
Go ahead. Who's on the line?
Yeah. This is Tonya from
Hey,
Let's
Tonya.
Try.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Hey, Tonya. Happy New Year. Same to you guys. So what I was saying with it, so yes, a lot of men has taken out of context what has been happening in different countries and different religions with men with multiple wives. What they forgot to take out of it, that there were honesty, that these wives knew about each other. These wives knew their times, what time they had. They were treated the same. If one got a Mercedes Benz, the other one got a Mercedes Benz. They were treated equally. They forgot about the things that comes with it. They just took, I can have multiple. So now they say that it's one man to 10 women. So they take that and say, well, it's not enough men going around, so I can have multiple women. They're not honest about it because they're afraid of a woman leaving them or having another man on the side. But now what is happening, the key thing what's happening, people is not realizing, they have these relationships called poly relationships. Now you're seeing women that has 2 men, they live together, and a man that has 2 women, and they live together. And so far, some of the relationships that I've seen, only from what they show on the outside, they say it works for them. But regardless if it does, they're being honest with each other, so the jealousy doesn't come. The jealousy is not that. You might say, I think he likes her more than me, maybe. But at the same, if you're being treated equally, getting the same treatment and attention, you don't really think about it. But men, they just don't like to share. So that's why they are dishonest with multiple women when they have multiple relationships.
See,
a perfect example is the Mormon. A perfect example is the Mormons right here. Look at the Mormons.
Yeah. Well, not just that, but remember years ago in the African culture, especially with the kings and queens and what have you, if he have a wife and the wife does not produce a male child, he has the right to go out and get another wife that can produce a male child. And because of that, sometimes in the African culture with their kingship, you find that they have 10, 11, 12 wives because they're trying to get that son.
But Queen, it still come back down. It still come back down to what Tonya did say, is in regards to being treated equally. I still cannot find myself. I still could not see myself. I still could not see myself and call it. You call it what you may. Yes, a bit jealous, whatever you want to call it. I still could not see myself, knowingly sharing a man in the same household, knowing when he's in a room with a next person. That is just real. That is just not nice.
Lady, they don't really in the culture, in the African culture, the women don't live under the same roof.
Right.
Yeah, true. They go to his room when he wants them. You go to his area.
But heck, suppose I want him the same night she wants him. I mean, like, come on now. That's really jealousy.
Well, that means you just have to join them. You just have to join them.
And in some African culture too, they all the mothers come together and raise all the kids.
All the kids, it's true.
Yes.
And you have to have children. If you don't have children, they want to put you out the family.
Yes.
They say you're married.
So what are we saying? So
So you're born in that kind of religion. When you're born into it, then you don't have a sense of knowing what you wouldn't like or what you wouldn't want to be done. You're born into it, so you see your mother and your mother, husband, wife. So you see that, so it's not a big deal. But when you're not accustomed to it, then it becomes a problem because you're like, oh, I'm not sharing you. I mean, like Lady D said, what if I want you tonight, but you're scheduled to go over her house? I want you tonight, So
it becomes a problem.
It's different when it's not your culture. You were not raised that way, so it's hard to adapt. And like I say, nowadays, hey, can't beat them, you join them.
The reason why we have a problem in the West is honesty. That's the problem in the West, honesty.
Yes, and that's exactly what I feel too. Because if I would prefer having the option of saying of you saying to me, well, Lady D, I'm with somebody, I'm married. And let me make that decision, that choice, if I want to be in this relationship or not, if I want to date you or not. But coming with false pretenses and knowing that you have someone and yet you're telling me you do not have someone, then there becomes some serious hurt. And that's how I feel. Things such as the situation that happened in Jamaica with this 14-year-old girl, happens is because this man was not honest to these two women.
With both women. You have to be honest with both women.
You have to be honest. You have to be honest. Blossom says they are crazy as SHIT, not Blossom. Blossom says she not sharing.
You're not fighting no man. I'm not fighting no man to know. When I was younger, maybe, but not in them old age. After you get a certain age, certain things you just don't do no more.
No, you don't.
Certain things you just don't do. You just don't do certain things.
But if you are put in the position to have to share this individual, that's just. You're not going to fight, but you're going to.
If you not agree with it, go about it. Make him go about his business, and you go about your business.
By the time you decide to do that, you're all man. You're the.
Yeah, but the thing. How do they become so violent towards? Okay, go ahead.
What did you say, Donna?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, what I was saying was that why would they be violent towards the child though? Why? I don't get that part of it.
Because if you can't catch coca, if you can't catch wawa, you catch coca. That's all they say.
One at a time.
But maybe
one at a time. Go ahead, Tony. I heard Tony.
They didn't know the age of the person. I think that's what happened. They didn't know the age of it. Some young girls in Jamaica, they carry on crime. Probably I cost them same way. So I think it's something that they probably didn't know if the person was under 18 or not.
They know that this.
They knew it was the lady's daughter. They knew it was the lady's daughter.
They knew it was the lady's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, they knew it was her daughter.
That's what I'm saying. So the thing is, why would they be so? Okay.
Go ahead, the
respecter. Lock them up and forward the key.
Go ahead, the respecter. The respecter is calling to speak. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna shut me out, boy, like a football player. I mean, I back of the line.
All right, stop waste time, bro. Go on, you. What you say? Oh gosh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Go ahead, I apologize.
And he can't blame the women because
Queen, you're still talking. Let him talk. Go ahead, the respecter.
Honestly speaking, most culture, the woman don't have a choice. So when you find the man that have a lot of wives, another woman them choose the man, and the man could choose them because the woman them think that's the norm. So when you find a house full of women with one man, and them culture, they don't know no better. And that's what nowadays life, especially in the English-speaking countries, very few states you might find we have moments and that type of lifestyle going on. But regardless, in these years and years, man in general supposed to know better by now and have some feelings for women. And realize that some women are get hurt. Them have feelings. Them have, come on. We can't
Everybody has feelings, and you. No one, no. I don't think that there's a one woman that.
Let the respecter complete. Go ahead, finish up your thought. And then we...
But just try to talk to man in general. They must have some feelings towards woman. Realize that, boy, I don't like the way your face look. And you keep seeing me with this one, you know about that one, and you know about that one, and me in and out of the house. A lady told me a story a few years ago. She said her husband come home. And no matter what she cook. I didn't come in, shower, yes, then I eat, and suck in teeth, and chew the door again. I know, I'm not going to say nothing she do. But she said she had trust I got. She had given time. And it just so happened that in a live a long life. And we'll find in life that those type of things happen to many men. When you hear such a man drop out, you don't know the reason why. But there's a reason why. Be honest and think about a person's feelings. That's all, man. Consider somebody's feelings.
I don't think there's a woman that would want to share her man. If you love the man, I don't think that there's a woman that would want to share her man with another woman unless she doesn't love you.
And there's not a man that wants to share their woman with another man.
No. Right. That's true.
No matter how much they said they're not jealous, there is jealousy in there. You know, and like the respecter says, just for me, anything that I do unto those as I would like done unto myself. So if a man don't want a woman to be with another man, then he should have the same courtesy, I feel, regardless of how far this is coming from Wappy Kill Philip. There has to be a change, and someone has to start with the change. Blossom says, Inspector, if you have a choice, would you marry two women?
Hell no.
Blossom, you heard that? He said, hell no.
Why? But let's hear why. Why, Inspector?
He just said it. Go ahead, though. Answer the question, if you can. The respecter, you sound far. We can't hear you. The respecter, we can't hear you. That's why we couldn't hear you talking before, because your phone seems to be going out.
I said no, I would not do that because I'm not gonna burn myself out with somebody.
What?
Okay.
You're not gonna burn yourself out, you said?
I'm not gonna burn myself out, and I'm not gonna dry my pocket.
Okay. So tell me something. I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'm gonna read this comment and then I'm gonna put you on the spot, Respecter. Blossom says, why could you keep talking about is legal? Sounds like you're interested in it. Okay. I guess she said, why could you keep talking about is legal? Sound like you are interested in it. Okay. I'm not sure whom the question is being directed to, but and that kind of messed up my train of thought on it. Well, on what I was going to say.
I'm passionate about it. Because I've grown over the years, and I understand that women women suffer in so many ways.
I remember what I was gonna say. My question is, when you were younger, you were a young man. You're a big man now in your 50s, almost, close to 60s, all those stuff. When you were a young man back in your 20s, possibly your 30s, did you never have two women in your lifetime? And if you did, how did that make you feel when you did that?
Truthfully, when I was 22,
Mm-hmm.
I had my first girlfriend, and she got pregnant, and she aborted the baby, and I let her go. The second girlfriend had a family. Didn't know that child was not given to me. She told me to go my way. She's no good for me. I let it be. At 27 is when I honestly became mature. When I met my wife. And that situation there changed my life because she had a 2-month-old boy. And her reason was the father is on drugs. And he's also violent. And that kind of changed my life. And then I reflect back on my sister's story about my father, that the man tried to have 1 million kids in Jamaica. Seriously. So I said I wasn't going to be like him. I wasn't going to be like no typical man. So I became the one learner man.
Okay. So when you were
question.
younger, so when you were younger and you had 2 women at one time.
Not at one time.
Well, that was my question was, did you ever have 2 women at one time? Because I just wanted to know how did it, if you had, which now you see that you have not. But I would just want to know from a man perspective, having 2 women at one time, how does that really make you feel?
How about you, Dan?
I have 4 baby mothers.
And you had 2 women at one time?
When I was young, because what I'm about to say here, you guys might not can relate to it. It is possible that a man or a woman can love 2 people at the same time for different reasons. It is possible.
Yes, it's definitely possible.
True. It is. Yes, it is.
Okay, just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
No, but that.
Yeah.
But did it?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes, you can love. You can love 2 women at the same time. 20 women at the same. I feel into 20 women, 20 men, and so on and so forth. But that's where the control comes in. That's where the respect for the woman that you already have, the man you already have, comes in. And say, "I'm do this. I got hurt. This person here who not deserve to be hurt." So yes, people make mistakes in life. They can't take it back. But looking back over the years, we shed some tears because of the ungrateful one, the betrayal person, and we can't do nothing about it. We just have to move forward with a better mindset. We said, "Boy, baby, I love you. I'm not gonna hurt you." That's all I say. Especially if we believe in a Jehovah God. We can't say we believe in a Jehovah God and still live the way we live in our 20s and 30s.
Yeah, because there's a saying that says, the said book said, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things."
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good.
Yes. Yeah.
When I became a man, I put away childish things.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is good, right there.
So that's important.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. So these big man that is around now that is doing childish things, you all need to
they should go to prison
put it away.
Messing with young girls.
Yes.
They should go to jail.
Yes. Yeah. We need to you big man that should know better need to start doing better. You know,
Yes.
and considering another's personal feelings in whatever.
And we need to have some bullies walk the communities and look for them type of money. Some real gangsters need to walk the communities and look for them money. Some pastors need to leave the pulpit and walk the community and look for them money.
I know some women that got the military. on those type of men that have multiple relationships. Okay, so
Yeah, and if you're in the military, yeah, you adultery, you can get kicked out of the military for adultery. They have their standards there in the military. If they find out that you are married and you're committing adultery, you would get kicked out.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But
I
men,
really didn't know that.
yeah,
Okay.
my brother, he told me that last week. He was talking and he told me a lot of his the people he was in the military with, a lot of them got kicked out, and it was because soldiers, men and women, they were having sex with each other, while they were away from their spouses, and that's how they got kicked out of the military. It's adultery. But here's the number one thing, though: men can do what they do if we didn't allow them to.
Exactly.
I don't know if you remember taking this back a little bit further. You remember back in the days, the 80s and the 90s, where women find out about other women, they go and they compare notes and they lay wait the man and them tackle the man and they both go their ways.
Yeah.
Women are not doing that now. Women are not doing that no more.
Women are fighting each other.
It's not women.
They fight each other,
women.
and guess what? Both of them, none of them is going nowhere. Well, I'm gonna say, I'm not going. I'm gonna stay. So
especially if the man is the breadwinner. Especially if the man is the breadwinner.
He's the breadwinner. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And have that person.
Especially in third world countries, they depend on the money from that man, and because of that, it sort of let them accept whatever they're going through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
Man, I'm telling you.
Sad. It's a sad
It's a sad
situation.
thing.
Just to share a little personal experience, I had an ex said to me that they couldn't believe I left because of the good life I had. So I was supposed to stay and take the disrespect because I didn't have to pay any bills because you took care of it.
And
I was told
you don't know better.
And you said the right word there. You said the right word there too. T is the disrespect. I think it's just so disrespectful. When a woman has to walk out on the road and another woman comes up to them and telling them about their man and trying to fight them over this man. We all just need to be honest when we are in relationships. Toya says, but Eva, I guess she's gonna complete her statement. She says, but Eva, right? So I think that if a one is going to or would like to be in a relationship with more than one individual, may it be a woman with two men or a man with two women, I think that persons are to be honest and let another one and let the next one that they're looking say to them that, listen, I'm already in a committed relationship or I'm in this relationship. So, let a person know their place. Because I used
woman most time, most women can tell. Most women can tell. Most women can tell. They have a special gift, special feelings. They can tell if a man is not being who he say he is. But they just don't want to, I love him, regardless. They have this feeling for the man without the man prove himself to them in the areas he's supposed to prove himself, which is not the bedroom first. So them just afraid to say, okay, I don't think this will work, and check into certain things. They have a feeling to this man is married or have a woman. They see the movement.
How about
I'm working late. I'm doing double.
How about starting over with as a woman with 3 and 4 kids, 2 and 3 and 4 kids, and have to start all over?
It's hard.
It's
hard because especially when you're younger, there's some men don't want no woman with 3 children and 4 children. Not even some men don't even want them with two children, with even one. Yeah. So it's very hard for a one to have been in a relationship or be in a relationship with their significant other, husband, whatever, and have X amount of children, and then they break up because he's bringing in another woman or he's out there cheating. You don't want to get up and leave your relationship. You're trying to make it work. You're trying to make it
For the
more
sake of the kids,
for the
especially.
especially for the sake of the children, and
For the sake of the
there
kids.
we go wrong. We definitely go wrong wanting to do it for the sake of the children, but it's all
That
it's
come with
you
consequences,
you want
ladies,
the
because that is why
companionship.
that come with consequences. That is why, especially in the black community, a lot of young boys growing up without a father in the home.
Yeah.
That is one of the drawbacks from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a sad affair, and the thing is that the children are the ones who suffer in the long run when you have these kids and no dad.
It's very
it
and
affects them.
to piggyback off of what you were saying, Don, it's very hard for a woman to step out there, especially when they have with the 3 children or the 1 children, because then they have to start to watch. They wonder about the man that they're bringing into their home, especially with having young girls in your home. You start to worry, is this man going to try something with my child? All sorts of stuff start running through your head. So a lot of women end up just not being in a serious relationship until they're able to raise their children to a certain age, or they have they have boyfriends. But then when you bring these other men into your home, you have to know them. You have to get to know them. You have to know their, are they pedophile? Do they have these little intentions where they would try to touch touch your child? I wouldn't even want one in my home, with my young daughter who definitely cannot defend themselves. So
some women don't bring the man to the home; they go to the man's house for years.
For years, because they're
Yeah,
afraid.
they don't bring the man to their house.
Which then they end up living lonely lives and not fulfilling a relationship because of the fact that they're afraid. They're afraid of what may can happen. So a woman have it
And it's not
real
even
bad
just
in
the
a lot
daughter,
of ways.
even with your sons,
With your sons
even
too.
with your boys, your sons. Because I've been watching this saga with some of these artists. I'm not going to mention no name, but what they did was they had it's like a group that was luring these young boys into their midst, to molest them and what have you. And it's now that these men are older, they're coming out and telling you what happened to them, So even with your sons, you have to be careful because you have a lot of pedophiles that prefer boys.
Yeah. I watched I watched the movie, and then we listen, it's 9:48. We have 10 minutes to go. And there's a movie called Freedom in Silence, or oh my gosh, I wrote down the name and left it in my bedroom. But there's a true story that is on Netflix in regards to how the sex trafficking thing and stuff like that. It's just a sad thing when it comes to your children and a relationship other than the father of that child. It's just hard. Women have it hard in every way that you can possibly think of it. When it comes to relationship wise, we definitely have it hard. I think it's a reasoning topic that we definitely need to reason on some more. And and see if even with amongst ourselves we can come to some type of understanding. I guess is what you call it, because
can I ask a question?
You can ask a question, and then Blossom has here, not to cut your topic about relationship, but did you see that man who did super bad across the judges bench? We're gonna touch that, Blossom. We have 10 minutes. You gotta touch that. Go ahead, the respecter.
This question is for you and Queen and Blossom and Donna and all the ladies that listening.
Okay.
You're at a restaurant. You're single. And a man come and join you that you don't know.
But the first reaction from you to that man?
So if I'm at a restaurant and I'm sitting and a man comes and join me, just come and join me from anywhere,
I sat down. You sitting down,
or am I
Yeah, you're
expecting
sitting
this
down
or
at the
just
individual?
table, just having a
approaching me?
moment.
Just approaching me or sitting down.
You're sitting down, just having a moment, and I just came by and just come and sit at the table. Hey, what's up?
Mm.
I'll be like, who the hell are
Me that
you?
look on him. Just try and look on him. I
I'll
say,
be like,
what?
who are you?
Yeah. Let's say what? Mm.
Would the first question be, excuse me, boy, I'm trying to have a moment by myself.
Well, maybe it's not a moment by myself. Maybe I was looking for a nice guy to join me.
Gonna express yourself.
I would say, like she said, I would say, well, how can I help you? What's up? What can I do
Yeah,
for
I'm
you?
not gonna be like I have a moment by my all right. It depends on my status at that particular time. If I'm with someone, if I'm personally in a relationship with someone and a man approaches me in a sexual manner or in a manner where it's looking as if they're trying to come on to me or look me, I would definitely let that individual know that no, I'm not interested. I have a man, and that's honestly what I would say. I'm not interested. I have a man. So that will be my first response if I was in a relationship and someone was coming on to me. But if I'm not in a relationship, yeah, go ahead.
But what your man got to do with me?
My man has everything to do. My man don't have anything to do with you, but he has everything to do with me. And because I value my relationship with who I am in and I respect the person that I am with, then I'm not going to disrespect him behind his back nor in front of his face.
Exactly.
So therefore, if you approach me in that manner, then I'm going to let you know I'm not interested. I'm in a committed relationship.
Perfect.
Yeah. Now, if I'm not in a committed relationship, then that's something different. And if I am in a flirtatious mood, then I would flirt because I'm not in a relationship with someone. So it all depends on where I'm at. Like in my previous relationship, I didn't flirt. I wasn't in any other relationship. And if a person came to me and said to me, boy, I like you. Yeah, that's nice. But I'm not really interested. You understand? But being a single woman, yeah, if the right person came up to me with the right attitude or with the right demeanor, then sure, and I'm in that flirtatious mood, yeah, I will flirt back and say, yeah, so what do you want? What's he sitting down for?
Let's get it on.
And he tell me what he's sitting down for, and it goes from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would look at it. That's my answer to it.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. So
and you got mine already.
So it's 9:54. We have 5 minutes left. Because it's 6, but we have 5. So we're gonna have to get off at least a minute ahead. Superman, real quick. We took up the whole program basically on this topic, which it was a very, 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 very important. It was an important
and sad
reasoning.
and everything.
Yeah, very important. So next week, I guess we will touch the church playing secular music versus gospel music. We're gonna also be touching next week in that realm of it, the pastor that has his congregation crawling on the floor, going through his legs. We're gonna touch a little of the Jeffrey Epstein video. and
Mm-hmm.
video release, and some of the entertainers, the stars that are on that list, and some of the
Mm-hmm.
involvement that they have in it. We need to touch back the politician, the
Mm-hmm.
MP, the PNP politician in Jamaica that killed his wife was shot three
And
times in the bed, and we're gonna
mm-hmm.
discuss a little bit more on where that's going, and so on. And if you all didn't know, there was another multi shooting in Des Moines, Ohio. There were some victims, and that happened
Yeah.
this morning in a high school. So we're definitely praying for all the and any of the children, staff, faculty
Mhm.
that was affected by this situation. I don't know what we're going to do, what the country is going to do with these mass shootings, especially in these schools. I don't know really what we're going to do with that. But yeah,
And
we have a
we need to
comment
also,
here.
lady, visit. We need to visit the earthquake again because there was another one last week in Jamaica, and right now there's one in is it Tokyo, one of them places where it
And
destroyed
and we also
everything.
next week we're gonna have a guest on the program directly from Jamaica, but he would like to be remain anonymous because of the backlash that persons in Jamaica get when um when individuals speak out as to some of the
Mm,
crimes. So we're going to be getting next week firsthand um, reasoning on some of what's going on in Jamaica, the state of the mothers with the children, and how the parents are talking and dealing with children. And it was a very interesting conversation, reasoning that I had with this gentleman yesterday. And it's so next week gonna be great. A comment Pauline says sometimes it's not the Jamaican men, sometimes it's the woman who challenged the woman inside, like Sarah and Hagar with Abraham. Okay.
mm.
I
Okay.
thought you was jumping the Superman.
Yeah, we jump into Superman. I was just reading that last comment. But Superman, we got 3 minutes on Superman. Did you all see that video where that guy jump, leap, fly across the room and jump on the judge? I want to know, where was the security in there? How did he leave from the bench all the way back? How did he even get on top of that bench where the judge is? He Did he climb on something to fly? Okay. No, this is some serious business, yes, man. How him get to
Indian
fly?
Superman.
Him fly. This guy, what they showed is he literally flew over the judge's desk, whatever you call that thing, bench, desk, whatever you call that. The the judge is up there on her throne, and this man just fly. That's very dangerous and serious,
He's a
Mhm.
chimpanzee.
It sure you say no one is protected, even though you're in a system where you're supposed to be protected.
Protected because she's sitting on top of and looking down on everyone. Where
Mhm.
was the security? He should never have been able to even reach that far.
That's it.
He should never
Mhm.
have been able to even reach that far. And that brings concerns to me because my niece is now a judge.
Ah.
So
Mhm.
what is the
Well, most judges have a
security
gun with
that's
them.
going to be happening in these places?
Mm.
Most judges have their gun with them.
Most judges have their gun. No,
Yes,
what if they have their gun? Well, why she didn't shoot him? He
because she wasn't
flew.
expecting it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
That's
that's
it.
what
So
we're
what
saying.
use is the gun if you're not expecting it? Where
Not
is the
expect.
security that should be
Ah.
protecting these judges? Everyone is it coming like the Nichols um shooting in the courthouse. I forget his name, couple of years, maybe about 8, 9 years
Nichols.
ago, Nichols,
Yeah, I
when he
remember.
shot
Yeah.
up shoot up how much people in there. I think that they should have learned from that situation that they do proper security inside of these courtrooms.
Maybe those things were supposed to happen though.
Okay. Good
Everybody needs a wake
question.
up call at some point.
Ah,
I hear you on that. I hear you on that. Listen, we have to get up on out of the air chair. Man, it was a fantabulous reason. I always love reasoning with you all. I always love reasoning with you all. It's felt good to be back, in a new year. And I'm hoping that your new year has started out fantabulously fabulous. Be sure we ask you, please go over to our YouTube channel, like, subscribe, get notified. If you could press the like buttons when you're tuning into the programs. So on our YouTube channel is DA Powerhouse Radio. Invite your friends, families, tell them go on over and just subscribe. See them here.
Facebook also.
Tell
Yeah,
them
you can
subscribe. Yeah.
come up
Facebook
on
too
Facebook
as well.
too.
We
Yeah.
ask you all to also listen to the fantabulous programming. You have Let's Gripe on a Wednesday with Tonya, Marcus, and McKenna. You have Reasoning Thursdays as you're listening right now with Lady D, Queen, the Respecter, and always Don Mineton and Donna always in the mix with us, Blossom and Cool G, and all of our listeners. We just want to thank each and every one that continues to contribute to Reasoning Thursdays, because it gets spicy when all of you interact with us. We love it when you
Mm-hmm.
interact with
Yes,
us.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and be sure to listen to the Lady D show each and every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. We're going to resume. I'm resuming back with all of my interviews. So I'm starting to call up this week. I'm going to be calling individuals, artists, and entrepreneurs to do some interviews with. And Don, you're definitely on that list. So I'll be linking you in regards to doing some interviews to respect to you as well, all for the Lady D show each and every Saturdays, 12 p.m. up until the 4 o'clock hour. So spread the word, tell a friend you have any new artists, up and coming artists that are in the area. Send their music to dapowerhouseradio@gmail.com. We want to start doing an artist showcase again, and maybe a artist countdown. Yeah, something like that. We're going to put it
And
together for
and
2024.
don't
Um,
forget we're gonna plan a Valentine's show for the Powerhouse Radio
yes,
family.
yes. So that will be in February. So we have different things. February as well as Black History Month. We're going to be having a lot of fun stuff going on over here on the Powerhouse Radio. So spread the word, tell a friend and a friend and a family member. Once again, Queen, you want to say later to the listening audience?
Yes, you know what? I had my head was spinning for a while when I first came on, but I feel a lot better now. I thank you all. I guess the energy kind of knock it where it's supposed to be. Have a blessed night. I love you guys, and I'll be back to normalcy next week.
All right, Darespecta.
Well, I'm glad to hear you laugh and smile. You was able to join us.
Yes.
Thanks, Don. Thanks, Donna. All the listeners, keep on tuning in, make us better. Have a great night and the rest of the
All right.
weekend.
Well, Don, if you are on the line still, you wanted to say something to the listeners?
I just want to say have a blessed week, and I'll catch you guys next Thursday.
All right, Donna.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so I'll catch you guys next Thursday, and everybody tune in to the program on Thursday.
Yeah, so we thank each and every one. Tonya, are you still here? No, I just see Tonya there. All righty. We just thank you all. And once again, Blossom and Latoya and Pauline and Jean and all Keith and all whom chimed in with us via text. We want to thank you all for chiming in. We appreciate you all. Victorious Radio, want to say big shouts to you once again. 89.1 FM. It's a new year. We are coming stronger and better. Leaving out with the big man himself, Mr. Darespecta. He has a new song for us over here, so we're gonna touch it and then leave out. So you all have a fantabulously beautiful. Don, you have any new tunes that are out?
I have a mental block for the last few months. I haven't gone in the studio, but I'm working on it.
All right. Well, we definitely looking forward to some new
I
music.
try not to force myself to write. When I have a block, I just give it some time.
Yeah, you just go sit by the ocean. Sit by the ocean and just, I'm serious. That helps sometimes.
Tell him when it's snow, you can't sit by the ocean or in the yard.
It's gonna snow. It's gonna snow here in Connecticut this Saturday night. A huge storm coming in Connecticut this Saturday night.
No.
Well, make sure you get some soup. Stock up on some soup.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. I was thinking you was in the Caribbean or something, Don.
No.
No, I'm in Connecticut.
Yes. Yeah. So we love you all, and we just thank you all to all the sponsors, One by One Kia, the Hinkson Firm, Unique Total Care, Mystique Enterprise, Keats Constructions, all of the sponsors. Want to say big shouts to you. Thank you so much for your continued support. Tell me what you all think about this one right here. This coming from Darespecta himself. He said he made it just for Reasoning Thursdays.
You're welcome. Come and join us.
Ciao. Love you know. But talk to you all next week, same time, same
American
place.
time. Jamaican time is never on time. But anyway, I reason with you. Yeah. I reason with you. Yeah. Important topics. What's going on in this world today? Well, politics. Yeah. I reason. Murder rate. Crime and violence. I reason. Things that are personal. Reason. Mental situations. I reason. You're welcome. Join us. Tell a friend and a family member. Come reason with we. Lady D. Come reason with we. Queenie. Come reason with we. Darespecta. Well, we. You know, say down and I left we. That my name they are with we. I reason. Every Thursday night. Yeah. If you got a topic you wanna share it, make sure send it to the Powerhouse Radio at Gmail. I reason. Every Thursday, reason. I want me say reason. Say big up Cool G. I reason. You see, and you know, you need to hear what we got to say. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send us that listen.
Wait the town and tell the people. This station
Thanks for supporting what we
rules the
do.
nation
What we bring to you,
with
you. I reason.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, comment. Let we know say you're it way.